Welcome, fellow trackers. I'm Nick Metzger, and my partner, my co-host in crime, is none other than Mr. Sean Abbott. We're recording today, August 22nd. It's a Thursday. We are going to be breaking down Gamescom, what we thought of it, what's going on. We also got some top stories. We're excited. We got 5 of them, so you got that to look forward to. Some new accessibility items. Talking a little bit more about new consoles. Masters of Albion's got me a bit excited. Bring it to Xbox console, please. But anyways, before we get to all the fun stuff, Sean, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. We're on the eve of me going away on holiday, so I'm super excited. I've just done 2 horrific weeks at work, so I am ready for a break.
Mm-hmm.
Well and truly ready for a break.
When you walked out, did you just like give 2 birds? Just like you just walk out? Like,
I think I walked out with my eyes closed, got into my car, and drove home with my eyes closed. I was that tired. So
that's safe, kids. That's how you do it. Just kidding. Nope.
Yeah. No. I was glad to have left. It's been interesting. Done a lot, seen a lot, but would rather not have been there for as long as I was. But
yeah,
gotta make the money. Otherwise, going away doesn't happen. So,
mm-hmm. That's fair. Houses and all that stuff, they all, God darn it, they all just cost money.
Welcome to adulthood.
Mm-hmm. That is
if only it paid to be a content creator.
What do you mean? We're not doing content. I just ring you up every week, talk about this is content.
Oh, you just
is that what this is?
This you're just duping me into a conversation for 2 hours every week.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I need a friend. I'll just say this is a podcast, and that way he'll be stuck here.
And how about you? How are you doing, man? How are you? Because we haven't spoken a lot recently because I've been busy. So.
Yeah, I can always tell when you're just like, I'm always like, it's definitely a bad week because Sean's like not checking in at all. He's like just trying to live and survive. Life has been good. Whoa, Jiggy Collector. Oh man. Acid TK is all in on the Banjo Kazooie. He has now changed his name to Jiggy Collector. I love it. It's a real Phil protest for some banjo here is what I'm feeling. I like it a lot. No, sorry. I'm doing good. We're just kind of going about the work stuff. Nothing. I don't really have anything fun to report. Anything exciting. I'm just kind of...
Your kids went back to school. You have normality. Normality as an adult has resumed.
Yeah, that is true, Sean. Thanks. I did somewhat like, I don't know. I guess maybe, I don't know how I forgot that, but somehow I seem to have forgotten that. Yeah, they're back to school. That is good. And I love it that my kids like school. It's not a fight or anything like that. Like, they're normal children. By the end of the year, they're like, I hate school. I want to get out. I can't wait for summer. But then by the end of summer, they're like, okay, yeah, I want to go back to my friends, and I don't want to leave. I want to not be around you. And I'm like, cool, because I feel the same way, jerk.
and because of normality, you were telling me before we went live that you have potentially, and I'm going to touch wood, knock on my own noggin, that you have some time tomorrow to play games.
Yeah, it's not
that thing.
It's not going to happen. I swear. It's something. There's going to be a fire in the office of some sort. Like right now, I have no meetings. I have nothing going on. We're all good, except for one meeting that I just set earlier today. So I do have something with some guy in Game Pass Tracker, but that's okay. I kind of like.
Not just some guy. He's an important guy.
That's right. So other than that one meeting, I don't have anything, but I swear something is going to catch on fire. It always happens. I'm always like, and usually it's like, wait, I'll drop off the kids. I'll come back, kind of get that cushy, like in the seat. And I'm like, and then it's like, ding, and there it is. Cause all cell phones make old phone sounds. So no, but
I say like, welcome to the 1970s, kids.
You gotta like put your finger in and never mind. Nobody knows.
I just a random thing. I had never used one of those touch dial phones like that.
Called rotaries, I believe. Rotary phones.
Rotary. I had never used a rotary phone until I started working at a power station.
That's fantastic. That seems like the time you would stop using it and start using something, a little bit more high tech.
We still had them dotted around on site to make phone calls from. I was like, oh, I wanted to use one.
Mm-hmm.
Just that.
Yeah, no, I think they're fun. I mean, it's been a long. My grandparents had one. That's used to call my mom on it from my grandparents' house. So, yeah, I do like the Facebook videos where you put it in front of young kids and they like try to figure out if it's a video game or what this thing does or if it cooks their lunch or what, and they're like, nope, nope, it's an old phone.
Yeah, it's the same video as when you ask them the question of like, how do you take a picture?
Yeah,
like if you asked your kids how would you take a picture, none of them would go like they're taking a picture with a camera. They would like cell phone and like.
Yep, that's true. That is 100% true. So, yeah, but other than that, there you go. That's life.
Sweet. So, well, we won't go straight into it because I always forget this. It's like I'm scrolling down the dock. I'm like, what do we do next? Ah, yes, housekeeping. You can find us on pretty much every networking app that is out there. Everything is at GPT Gaming News. Our social team have been doing an amazing job keeping up with Gamescom. We've got trailers dropping. We have screenshots of stuff. We have all the interviews with Phil. They're all been spilling out onto X, as well as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all over the place. If you have any thoughts, you have any questions, you can join in on us on a public Discord now. It's the VGT one, which covers a whole host of everything that we talk about. It'll be Game Pass, PlayStation, Nintendo. I believe Steam's making its way into there as well. So we just have anything gaming related is there, or anything not gaming related. It's a pretty safe place. You can come and chat with us over there. The link is in the show notes. So follow along from there. It's free to join at the moment. If you're liking what you're hearing as well, and you'd like to give us a review, and you listen to this on a podcasting app, I personally use Spotify, but there's Apple. I was going to say Google, but I think that's disappearing now. So you won't find us on Google Podcasts because it's no longer there.
What? I didn't know that.
No, yeah, I've been getting emails weeks telling me that it's like it's disappearing. Huh. So obviously, didn't have enough traffic. But anyway, if you are listening to us on a podcasting application, please, drop us some stars, leave us a review, anything like that. It helps us reach, higher up in the charts, makes us reach more fans, which, means that we get to make more and greater content for you guys. And we wouldn't be called Game Pass Tracker if there wasn't something called Game Pass. So we can't go away without talking about the Big Daddy itself. So if you love Game Pass, you love our show, you want to show your support, head to the link in the description and sign up to Game Pass from the Xbox.com website. Just make sure you follow that link. You'll not only be supporting us, but you'll also be supporting the Game Pass Tracker show and everybody that sits behind it. And you'll be signing up to the best gaming subscription out there at the moment, which is, of course, Xbox Game Pass. So sign up to whatever level you desire, be like Core, and you guys have got 3 new games this month. Standard, PC, Game Pass, or Game Pass Ultimate. Just go and play your own way by using the code in the chat or the show notes, which will help us continue to create even more content for you guys, our amazing fans. So now all the housekeeping kind of bits and the stuff that's pushing you into directions to follow us is finished. We will start talking about this week's Xbox news.
It's the X feed. That's right, where we talk about the top stories, and we have 5 of them. 5 top stories. First off, Xbox at Gamescom has unveiled multiple new accessibility offerings, including how to clear your throat. No, just kidding. Including the adaptive joystick. I know what this reminds me of now. It just hit me. The adaptive joystick, that is. I was telling Sean, I was like, it reminds me of something.
Nunchuck.
Yes, exactly. I was like, what does this remind me of? It reminds me of the nunchuck. Yeah. Could not think of it until just now. That's what it reminds me of.
I think this is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I love when a hardware company like Xbox gets behind, making it accessible for people in all different ways. I know we've had accessibility controllers from them, or accessibility accessories from them previous, but the fact that like when you purchase this, it gives you files to 3D print different toppers from the design lab. I think that's fantastic. That's going above and beyond for me. It's like, hey, we've made this awesome controller for you that, for people who need the accessibility and adaptive lifestyles and stuff like that. We have made these awesome things for you. But not only that, but we've gone above and beyond with our team who design the controllers, have gone above and beyond to make accessibility accessories and further accessories that you can 3D print at home or send to somebody who can 3D print or pay to have 3D printed. So we can make your gaming even more comfortable and easy for you. I think that is brilliant. Fantastic. Well done.
100%. I can't say anything more than what you've already said. They rocked it out. Story number 2: Microsoft's new Xbox Series X and S console lineup launches this October. Sean, we've been talking about this a bit already. We've chatted about the prices seem a little steep. I was expecting more of a digital digital X discount, to be honest, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean that still sticks. That it's not a not a mid-generation refresh, but it's like they've realized that 1 terabyte or half a terabyte if you're original Series S owner just isn't quite up there, especially with them pushing Game Pass and how big games are. That I'd have thought they'd have tried to keep at least the same price banding as an original.
I mean, do you think this is going to come out at like a $50 discount for like retailers? Because like right now, I can go on Microsoft and purchase a Series X for $463. Like, and yet they want me to buy the Series X digital, which is the same,
less than $20 less.
Yeah, for $14 less. They want me to. I mean, I don't know, man. Something doesn't make sense.
I think you're either going to see, like you say, a $50 discount at retailers for this, or you're going to see the original consoles drop in price massively.
Yeah, that's fair. But then why wouldn't you just buy the original console? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but, well, they play into it's one of those, you play into the hands of everybody always wants to have the newest and greatest.
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
this one baffles me.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, that Galaxy Black Series X looks really nice.
Oh my gosh.
And it's 2 terabyte, and I've always thought about wanting to expand the hard drive. But I couldn't justify 550.
Yeah.
But also, the other thing that they said, for the bits of Gamescom that I managed to catch in and out of work, when they were showing this off, they were talking about skins and reps that were coming out soon for the consoles. So, like, that Galaxy one looks really nice, but if they make like a wrap for my original Series X, which makes it look a little bit like the Galaxy, I'll just buy the wrap.
Yeah. Like, why didn't the digital get the 2 terabyte? So there's so much stuff that confuses me about this. I just don't understand. Like, the one's all digital, and it got the lesser hard drive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much that doesn't make sense. I am utterly baffled by all of it.
Yeah. And they went for the robot white as well, which I don't understand. I think the big big differences between the two consoles was that the Series S was white and the Series X was black.
Sure. Right now they're selling it on their site. Xbox is selling it on their site for $469. Normally $499. So I can buy it from their site right now for $469. Whatever. I'm done. I don't think it's that good of a deal. I was expecting more than this. That's all I'm going to say. Obviously, if you couldn't get that from my tone and my snarkiness, I think this is a poopy deal.
Maybe not so much more from them, but the same but less.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was expecting to give them less. That's right. That's what I was expecting.
I want to give you less money, but get more stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing's been out.
Makes consumer sense.
Yeah, the thing's been out for a long time. I don't know. It just, I was kind of worried that I was going to be wooed into buying one of these before I knew what was going on with the Switch. And now I don't feel wooed, so I'm good. You didn't woo me, Phil. Woo me more. That's all I got to say. All right.
Give him time. He always does.
Story number 3. The Fable's legendary creator, Peter Molyneux, announces new game, Masters of Albion. Looks like it's a city builder where you can zoom in on any one creature from a chicken to your player. And you're building a city. Sounds fun to me. I'm in.
This has this. I'm gonna say this has you written all over it. I watched. I thought watching the video. I really liked that everything was really customizable as well. Like, and not only that, but the houses, you could customize each floor of the house to look different. I thought, yeah, they've spent some time on this, and it looked really easy to play. I know it's on PC so far, but they could quite easily make this a mobile game.
What? What'd you just say? I want it on my
mobile
console, game. Sean. Oh,
but yeah, obviously on the console, but
you're probably
the
right.
Way it
but
played the way it played in the video, everything was really like drag and drop. So that would transfer really well to console, not to console, so to mobile rather than console.
Excuse me.
I know you don't like me to say, but
well,
they're working with King to expand the mobile gaming library.
Excuse me while I remove the dagger from my heart. Thank you. Yes, you're not wrong, and you're probably even right. But I didn't have thought of that. I was really like, well, they're gotta come to console. Come on. But yeah, you're right. It would be another mobile option. It looks a little hefty for mobile though. Maybe I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't know. Anyways,
maybe a stripped back version.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I'd
like to see it on console because obviously then you play it and then we'd be able to get the feedback of how you enjoy it. But
yeah,
and it'd drag you away from my time at Sandrock.
Well, that'll happen with Core Keeper coming out in a week, so we'll talk about that later. Yeah, I'm excited to I'm excited to see a bit more about it. It looks fun. I love Fable. I'm interested like in some type of a time frame, which we of course we're not given. But we I guess shall see. And if it ends up on mobile, I blame it on you.
I do want to know how Peter's found the time to make another game while making Fable though. Like, does this guy not want to sleep?
Apparently not. He's been making Masters of Albion along with Fable 4. I tell you. All right, that's story number 3. Story number 4: new info about Hi-Fi Rush Dev Tango GameWorks acquisition. It was an acqui-hire, which is the first time I've ever heard this, Sean. I've never heard acqui-hire.
I suppose this is why when last week we were talking about that they don't have access to other Tango GameWorks games like Ghostwire Tokyo. I'm wondering if that's the reason why, because rather than in taking on the whole developer, they've kind of just taken on the team.
Sure.
So Tango GameWorks has still shut down, and the staff are working for Krafton rather than Tango GameWorks.
Mm-hmm.
But because you've done that, you can't then take all the games that were then under that developer.
I guess not, but they apparently took Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, that was probably part of the, like, we'll give you all a job as long as we get access to, your highest acclaimed or highest accoladed game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of makes it worth it then.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Plus, you get all the people that were talented enough to make it. So, well, I mean, I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the studio. I'm glad that, or at least the employees of the studio, glad that they get to keep, they get to keep their jobs, one, and they get to keep doing what they love, I imagine. So that's cool. Yeah, and so this deal has actually been effective has been in effect since August 1st. They've just been waiting to announce it. So that explains too why, because I was a little confused. I was like, well, how were all these people still just hanging out in this studio? But that would better explain how that all went down. Kudos to them, because obviously somebody jumped on all those employees that they knew were talented pretty darn quick. So it says something about them.
Yep.
All right.
I think that's all we could say about that one.
Yeah, that's right. Wrap that puppy up. All right. Story number 5: Xbox Store wish lists will soon appear on your console home screen. Sean, do you use wish lists?
I do. Yes.
Oh, really? I didn't see that coming.
I use them because then I can go into my wish list and I can see if there's any of them that are on a decent sale without having to then think, oh, what was that game that I really liked? So, I've started to use them. So I'm quite excited that this has come to my home screen because it saves me having to go into the store, down to my wish list, wait for the wish list to load, and then scroll through. If this is like straight there on the dashboard, I can be like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I've played that on Game Pass. I've played that on Game Pass. I've played that on Game Pass. I wonder what game I can go and buy for a decent price, and then I can like go ahead and have a look.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use wishlist, but if I can easily see it, then I might start. I could see doing that. I'm yeah, I could see doing that. Like I said, I don't use it. I'm usually not thinking about too many games to buy on Xbox. I usually have like a couple a year that I think about, currently coming up here in a handful of days. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm like on the edge for whether or not I'm gonna pull the trigger on that one. So
Yeah, and Smasher over on X has said pretty much the same. He's like I like to wish list, especially if I do a detailed read up on a game that's obscure and sounds really fun to me.
yeah,
So yeah, that's it. And I like the fact that then you've had your eye on this game for a while and it pops up and tells you.
come on, how much money do you think they're gonna make off of this? This is probably like somebody was like, how the hell did we didn't think about this a long time ago? I mean, you're just sitting there. They do those like 75% sales. You're just going to be sitting there.
And he goes on to say that, like, yeah, he would love to get Smashes. He wants to get notifications on the ones that is listed when they come on sale.
Yeah.
That's if you can set that as a notification when you turn the Xbox on. Be like, hey, look, this game that's in your wish. Like Amazon do it. Don't forget what's in your basket. We have just reduced the price of this item.
Yeah.
So, and then you're like, well, I can save $6.99.
That lady that
purchased
starts with an A and ends with an A. I can't say, or else something else.
Amanda.
Yeah, that's right. She's always like, "Hey, did you know that this and this is on your wish list and it's 30% off right now?" So no, I think this is brilliant from a consumer standpoint and also from a marketing and just making money standpoint.
Yeah, definitely. This was a very smart move. They've obviously looked at how other companies run their sales and advertisement and have kind of gone, that's a really good way of doing it.
Yeah. We should do that too. There you go. We don't have any news bulletins. We do have new game announcements. We're not going to talk about it here. We're going to talk about it in the feature story, which is right now. Feature story talking about Gamescom Games Breakdown. Sean, are you excited for new Forza Horizon 5 stuff?
I'm going to give it a try because I always give their stuff when it comes out a good try because they do make some extremely good game modes, especially when they're as fun and exciting as this one sounds. So the new game mode we're on about is it's called Hide. It's called Hide and Seek. So in this new game mode that's coming to Forza Horizon 5, you play as a hider and try and conceal your presence until you reach your destination, or you can take on the role of one of the seekers to try and sniff out the hider, fill your meter, and win. This is coming September 2024. I think if you have a group of friends that have got a big interest in this and you still play it quite often, I think this is probably one of those, like a mini game you guys can all play together and have a good blast. So
yeah, they do keep bringing stuff in that is somewhat fun. I think it draws players back for a little bit, maybe hooks a few, but and then probably even captures maybe a few new fans that hadn't yet tried it out. But I think that's cool.
And what I always like is if you've paid for like the season pass of Forza, these are all part and parcel of the game on Game Pass. So.
Yeah, very cool. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred coming out October 8th, 2024. That's cool.
Yeah, I haven't still yet to play Diablo 4. I can't bring myself to do it. I get too distracted by other things, and it's one of those games that I think you need to spend some time in. And given that I have had very little time, I've kind of shied away from it.
I spent some time there and don't plan to go back. Not because it's a bad game. It's just definitely not a game for me. If the trailer has anything to show for its graphic, nature. Starfield Shattered Space, September 30th, 2024. I was getting nervous this wasn't going to make it this year, Sean. I wasn't sure, but here it is. It will be.
We said in last week that we had the feeling that the two things that got pushed back were the only ones that were going to get pushed back, and we were going to get dates on
Mhm.
other things. And here when we have dates on other bits and pieces.
We are so smart, Sean. We're amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
It's not like we've been following Xbox long enough to kind of figure out that they have a pattern of these things.
Yeah, that's right. Ditch the crappy, unsavory news, and then celebrate all the good news in the showcase. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's always the plan. Starfield Shattered Space, September 30th. A mysterious power stirs in the city of Dazra on House Varun's hidden homeworld. Investigate a frightening cosmic threat. Explore a new planet, because, 1,000 isn't enough. And find unique weapons, spacesuits, and gear in this all-new adventure.
And also talking about Starfield, Phil was really pushing the fact that he was enjoying the vehicles in Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember if they are out yet or if they are due to be out, but he seemed quite excited about it. So
yeah, I'm not sure. I have not gone back, so I can't tell you. Sean, I thought you would be pretty excited about the next one. Atomfall coming to Game Pass 2025.
was that was the Fallout style game that we thought was like basically Fallout London, but not Fallout London.
Yeah,
yeah. Sense.
Fallout in your home not your hometown, but Fallout in your home country. So
yeah, I'm probably going to give this. I was worried that it wasn't coming to Game Pass. I think that was one of the things that kind of kept me distance away from the game, was the fact that there was no announcement about Game Pass when we saw this in, the showcase, the summer showcase era. But now it's coming to Game Pass. It will definitely be something that I have a go at.
Yeah, I think
because I'm a sucker for a first person shooter.
I know. I think it looks interesting. I'll give it a go for sure. So, but we have some time to wait. 2025. So, Age of Mythology Retold September 4th. Ara History Untold September 24th. Anything there?
No. I think Age of Mythology is a PC only, and Ara History Untold, we've seen a lot of it, and I think that was one of them that kind of swung us in opposite directions. You got swung more towards it. I got swung further away from it. So
yeah, I'll probably give it a go, but I don't know. That's coming really close to Zelda, so just gonna say
you might not give Ara a go because apparently it's PC only as well.
Oh really? I thought one of them.
I've got them the wrong way around. Age of Mythology is going to be on the console, and Ara History Untold's PC, according to Smasher.
There you go.
In the chat. Well, he's doing a real good job of keeping me informed. Thank you.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, December 9th. Okay, there's only one real question here, Sean. Are you going to pay $35 to play early and to have the upgrades and all that fun stuff?
Let me see. I always base this on what I'm working. So let me go and have a look. Possibly. Depends on how early.
3 days.
So I take it to the 6th.
That's right.
No,
he's not doing it. He's not doing it. It's all about the calendar.
I'll have just finished nights that morning, so I have to sleep.
I get you.
And then, obviously, the seeing the family, so I can probably wait till the 9th.
Yeah, I probably could too. I'm excited about this game, but I'm not like, ooh, but you do get the DLC when it comes out. I guess some costumes. I don't really care about the costumes, but I do want the DLC when it comes out. So, I'll probably pop for the $35, get the DLC, get the 3 days.
It depends. If the DLC is like $15 later on down the line, I'll probably just pay the $15.
Oh yeah, it probably will be 15. But I got 3 days and DLC, Sean, and some random costume that I'm probably never even going to change into. So who won that? Anyways,
ka-ching. The bit that I do like, and I think you're gonna, but I want to mention this because I'm super excited for this, and they were really excited for this as well. This is going to PlayStation 5 early 2025, which I'm so happy for. I am so happy that people on PlayStation are getting these games from Xbox. I know there's a little bit of exclusivity because we've got it early, but let's not tell the FTC about it. But I'm super excited that that this sharing of games is definitely as much as it is ever so slightly one-sided at the moment, is happening.
Ever.
It's
Ever so slightly.
yeah, but it's a promise that Phil made that he wanted these games to be everywhere for everyone to play, and he's continuing to kind of be on it. So, and this is a huge game for us to get it in December, and then those guys on the PlayStation get it early 2025. Just says a lot. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good that you're only waiting like 2 months. That's pretty good. I thought it would be more like 6 months, to be honest. But but I'm not fussed either way. That's cool. I'm with you. Let everybody enjoy Indiana Jones.
Are you still excited for this game as you was when we first saw it? When we first saw that trailer?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm still pretty pumped about it. But yeah. Is it let's see. We have Zelda coming out. There's some Luigi Mario game. Yeah, it's probably the game I'm most excited about this year, I'd say. That we know of that's out there. I'm trying to think. I might have missed something that I don't know about, but
yeah. I think other than Stalker 2, this is probably that quite easily.
Yeah, this one's going to be more at my alley, I think, than Stalker 2. Stalker 2 might very well be one of those games I play, and I'm like, nope. So we'll see. But I mean, Indiana Jones is definitely like, yeah. Outlaws. I forgot about Outlaws. Gosh darn it. And that's coming out, I think, the same day as Core Keeper, which is a real kick in my pants. But I'll,
Which one's free?
Shut your mouth.
Sorry, that was the Yorkshireman in me. It's like, 2 games I want to play coming out on the same day. Which one's free? Play the one that's free first, because then if you don't enjoy it, go out and buy the next one.
Well, why you always got to bring logic into these conversations, Sean? It's what you could just do it my way, where you pay for the one game and then you go back to the free game and you just don't play the free game of the one you paid for. You're like, wow, Core Keeper's really good, Sean.
I mean, it makes for good content when I have to turn around and say, I told you so. Yeah. But
yeah, no, that your way is the right way. It might not be the way I go, but I admit it's the right way.
I'm still on the edge about Outlaws. I think I need to listen to. I think I need to go and listen to Bruce talk about it on the Star Wars Dads, and then listen to your feedback as well, and before I make my decision. I know Bruce is going to be very, very ever so slightly biased because he is, just that eensy-weensy bit of a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, he's going to have your Star Wars voice for you, right? So I mean, I've watched him, but I give not one shit about lore and all that stuff. In fact, I actually love it because it's not like part of the whole like movie thing. So yeah, there'll be 2 very different opinions, I would imagine, because Bruce will be like, well, the color of the lightsaber was a little bit off because, I mean, at that point, the lightsaber had that crystal that made it like, and this is going to be, what are those Kyber crystals, I think they're called? Anyways, I'll be like, it should have been this color. And I'm going to be like, I don't know, but it was fun. I got to lop people's heads off with a lightsaber, and I loved it. That's going to be the difference. Anyways, that's we're not even talking. Outlaws wasn't even supposed to be on here. Who did that? Towerborn announces early access beginning September 10th. That's fun. I'm in on that. There's so many games. I'm like, I'm in on that. I'm in on that. FYI, when I say I'm in on that, I mean, wow, that looks fun. I probably won't get to play it. I won't have time to play it. That's what that means.
I don't know. The thing is, as it gets towards the back end of the year and you stop being outside as much, that's when we do this every year. We get into this lull of like not playing games because it's nice outside and we want to do family things outside. And then like winter sets in and it gets to like 5 degrees Fahrenheit and you don't want to go out and play Pikmin Go, so you stay inside and play Xbox games.
Yeah, I like it. Well, yeah, because you always feel bad. You're like, kids, go outside and do something, and then you're like, good, they're gone. Now I'm gonna play games. And then they get really
outside while I play games.
That's right.
This next one, I showed Logan it earlier, and he is super excited for this. It's Goat Simulator Remastered, which is coming sometime in 2024. He was kind of sat with me while I was in the middle of writing all the stuff and taking notes for bits and pieces that happened on Gamescom, and I flicked across this on YouTube and watched it. He was just like, he wanted to play it there and then was that upset that he couldn't play it there, and then he settled to play Goat Simulator 3.
That's all. Yeah, because wasn't it him and his sister that played that together?
Oh, they've played it to death. I think they would. I think they would. I think on Emily's Xbox account they have 100%ed it.
Nice. So, that's awesome.
Together.
That's cool memories right there. You can't beat that stuff. Sniper Elite Resistance coming 2025. And then surprisingly, are you excited for this?
I am. I like the Sniper Elite games because I like the emphasis on having to like look at distance, bullet drop, speed, wind, everything. It does a lot for that genre of game, so I'm quite excited for that.
Nice. This is the bullet cam, right? Doesn't this have the bullet cam?
Yeah, you can turn that off if you don't want all the gruesome gore, but yeah, right. I like to keep it on because I like to watch the trajectory of the bullet. Honest.
Through the guy's head, into his brain, out the other side.
No, I like to aim for the nuts. I'd say a good 80% of the shots I take, it's like, I am going for your nuts, but I'm going in for your left cheek.
Sean's not a sniper. He's a snipper. That's the difference.
Oh no, Klaus, I can't have kids anymore. I'm just going for FYI, I'm learning German, so I have German on the brain, but also most of the Sniper Elite games I played, you are unfortunately in That's that true, era where they were shooting Germans, so I apologize.
Sean won the war not because he killed everybody, but because none of them can have children. That's how he won. The population is done.
A painstaking task, but it was worth it.
Somebody had to do it. Lost in Random, The Eternal Die comes out 2025. And surprisingly, I am interested in this because this is the one game that I got sucked into. Okay, no pun intended. I wasn't really trying to get there randomly last year. And it's turn-based. No, is it? No, it's not turn-based. You roll a die, and depending on what the die is, depends on what your attack is. And so I can't even remember entirely, but it's a very interesting, like quirky attack system. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun, and it went a lot longer than I thought. It was like a 35-hour game. Which for me, let me tell you.
I remember you talking about this because I can remember you trying to get me to play it, and I think at the time there was other stuff that I was intrigued in. So
yeah, the writing was great, the story was really good. I will definitely go back and play this one. That is the first definite I will play this game on this entire list. Indiana Jones. No, there's that one. And then Void Train, which is a game that had a train, but no, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know.
Yeah, the last two I hadn't seen anything of because I don't know if they came out later in the day to day or if I just missed them completely while I was doing some research. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. So those are all the games. I don't know. It's pretty stacked Gamescom, I'd say.
Yeah, there was lots in there. There was lots obviously in there that Xbox have announced. They showed off some different modes for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which obviously I'm excited about. I think Nick's a little bit excited about for the campaign.
Yeah. And wait, didn't they announce the beta mode or whatever in that?
Yeah, the beta is live, I think.
Yeah. So there's a beta-y thing. When is that coming? How did we
10th of September? I'm sure I've seen that date out. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, the stuff they're showing off for that game is fantastic. They have put a lot of time and effort into it. I'm super stoked that we get like access to it as a Game Pass subscriber.
Yeah. I was looking. You sent it to me at some point, and I don't know.
I'm trying to think what other things I've seen. But I kind of focus just because we make the show. I kind of focus solely on the Game Pass stuff because that's what we talk about. I don't want to get too excited about other things that are coming on Xbox because then that means I have to spend money and not play stuff that's on Game Pass on my backlog. It's already huge.
So. I don't even have a backlog anymore.
Just have a log.
I just hold on. Yeah. There's so much stuff back there. It's just like I don't know.
Poking out in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So subscribers will be able to download the beta early starting August 28th. Xbox Game Pass owners can play Black Ops Open Beta early with no purchase needed from August 30th to September 9th. There you go.
That's okay. So it ends on the 9th. That's why which unfortunately I am away for half of that. And then the second half, I'm going to spend my time moving my eldest daughter to university. So probably not going to get much time with that.
I will try to download it. See, I wonder if it's only multiplayer or what you can do. Does it say?
I'm going to go and assume that it's only multiplayer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Once I said that, I was like, I bet this is just multiplayer. At which point, I will not be playing it.
Oh, possibly maybe some zombies.
Yeah,
because that was they were quite leaning heavy on that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Well, if you had some time, I'd play zombies with you. I'd be no help. I mean,
I have never played Call of Duty Zombies.
What?
Ever.
I've played Call of Duty Zombies.
It was never a mode that interested me for some reason.
Huh.
Like, I think it's because it's that whole what's the name? Like when you play a game, like you start with nothing and you have to work all the way up, and then once you die, you lose everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't like, zombies, I love this game. I was playing with my cousin, I think, and he was like, I love zombies, play with me. And I was like, sure, I suck, but I will. Let's have fun. So then he just, dragged me through the levels. It was fun. All right. That is Gamescom. Anything else before we move on to our dashboards?
No. I mean, no. I've already said what I'm excited for the most. Atomfall, Indiana Jones, and I might try the Horizon 5 stuff, and I might go back to Starfield, but that's a lot of work for Starfield. If
you go back to Starfield, I will be amazingly surprised. I will be like, holy crap. Because
I could, the thing is with Starfield, if I could get the shipbuilding stuff right, I'd get that in my head that this is, I'll be fine. But I got to that point, and it was like I got to that point in Fallout 4 where I was having to build bigger settlements, and I was kind of like, this isn't the game that I want to play. I just want to run around, do missions, and shoot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, we should have played Fallout 4 together. I could have done the settlement, and then I could have handed the controller off to you. We could have played it old style. Been like, all right, your settlement's built. Here, you go and do the other crap. I don't want to do that part. So yeah.
You could do all the Preston stuff. I'll just build things.
Exactly.
There's another settlement that needs your help. I have marked it on your minimap.
I am interested in Atomfall. I mean, I think Starfield's great. I'm just not going to play it. I'll just be real honest. It's not that it's not a good game or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not going to play it. Atomfall, Indiana Jones. Kind of interested in Towerborn, to be honest. I will definitely give early access a try.
I thought Towerborn would have been something that pulled you in.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
And then Lost in Random. So there you have it.
Well, let's go to the dashboard and we can talk about some of the things I have actually been playing.
The dashboard. The dashboard is where we talk about games we've been playing, we will play, we think we want to play, or our kids are playing, or our best friend's playing, or we saw somebody playing a stream once. No, I'm just kidding. Most of those are not true. I'm just kidding. Sean, what have you been playing?
I've been playing some more Crash Bandicoot. I've got to that horrific level with the bridge in the mist.
Okay. Bridge in the mist.
I started that level with 17 lives, and then I got game over. Which says a lot for how hard that game is.
So how punishing is game over? Like,
you just go back and to the start of the level all over again. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah,
it's not like
you died 17 times.
Not like the original Super Mario where you you had to start the game all over.
All right. Yeah. The way you said that, I was like, holy crap! What how was this rolling here? But
I was just annoyed that I'd spent 17 lives on.
That's fair.
Basically the same jump.
We know what to say, Sean. Just get good. What's wrong? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. That's
I'm
what I
just
always
kidding.
I say this myself. So don't worry about it. And then because I got a taste for Activision games, I reinstalled Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 just for a little bit of nostalgia and kind of one of those when I was finishing nights and the house was still asleep. I could come in and kind of like take my brain out and just listen to old like skate punk and play like the levels that I used to play as a kid, just remastered.
Nice.
Just nice. I also forgot how like frantic that game can get as well.
A little nostalgia for you.
Yeah, just nice and easy gameplay. That's all I needed. Like I'd come in from work and it'll have been hectic and I'm tired, but I don't like to get straight into bed because then I wake up too early or I get into bed and Lindsay gets up and because she's going to take the dog out and stuff. It just doesn't work. So I'd play that until the house woke up and then as Lindsay's walking the dog, give everybody breakfast and then I go to bed. So
nice.
Yep. And then I watched Emily. I put the idea of Ori into Emily's head because I thought she would really like the art style because she's a big fan of anime, like art style and small creatures and stuff. So she saw the art style and instantly fell in love with it anyway. So then like one morning I came in, I'd given them all breakfast and I was like, why don't, and it was a pretty crappy day outside. And I was like, rather than staring at your phone or like at your iPad, why don't you try this? And I said to the only thing I'm going to say to you is if you are struggling to do a part or get to somewhere, it's because you're not ready to get there yet. So it's the style of the game. Try going in a different direction. You'll get more power-ups and you'll be able to do. That was the only thing I said to her. She played it for 3 hours and she absolutely loved it. It's the first thing she said to me when I got back up later on that day. She was like, I played that game for 3 hours and I got really, really far and I really, really liked it.
So I didn't have an Xbox when Ori came out, the first one. The first time I played it was on the Switch, and Ariel was very, very little. I mean, like probably 2 or 3, I'd say, something like that, probably somewhere in there. And she was having a fussy night, and finally she fell asleep, and I'd kind of snuck my... Before I came in there to kind of help her out, I snuck my Switch in the room, and so I laid her down. I laid down, and she had one of the little kid beds, So it's like it was like the crib, except the side comes off, so it's kind of like a toddler bed at that point. So I laid down.
Not big enough to fit a human male.
I'm not fitting in there. So like I laid down next to the bed just to see if she would wake up. The light was bright. I put the quilt over my head so that it wouldn't. And I turned it on, and I just started playing. And like all of a sudden I'm just like going and my phone starts buzzing and I'm like, who's calling me at like 3 a.m? And I look at it and I'm like, oh shit, it's 6:30. I'm like,
that's my alarm.
Holy crap. Like I could not believe it. I was like, I am screwed today. Like, I had meetings. I'm like, I am toast.
I need IV. I need cafe, please. I need coffee, and I need it into me via intravenous drip.
Yeah, I was like, I really did. I was like, who's calling? I was like, at best, it's got to be like 4. No, it is 6:30 a.m. That's my alarm going off. Oh man, it was a toasty day.
Yeah, that's my worry about going back to those games. I am an absolute sucker for Metroidvania games, and the art style, the story, the music, everything about those games just was absolutely gold. I can't believe they're not making a third one like that. So
I know it's hard. We say that, but like we gotta wait for whatever Moon Studios, this thing that they're super excited for. Maybe we'll be like, oh, that's why you did it. Okay, we get it. We get it. Thank you, Moon Studios, for being amazing. So gotta wait for that to come out before we know for sure. But yeah, but that's cool that she's getting to enjoy it, and it's awesome that you get to be there and like watch her enjoy it. So.
And then that's it. I mean, my current obsession at the moment is Duolingo. So I even playing any mobile games. When I get 10, 15 minutes to play a mobile game, I'm kind of like, I'm going to learn some German. So that's kind of now become my new distraction.
That's cool. I like it. Yeah, look at a lot. I haven't been playing ton. I don't have a ton of time to play. For some reason, I told Sean I've been tired at night. Like normally, like the wife goes to bed and I play for a couple hours, but I've just been like, okay, well, I'm going to bed too. Or I'll try to play and then I'll have to like find the last valid save because I will like wake up and it will have been like a week in Sandrock and my guy's like, and he's in the hospital usually, because he like fainted. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to find the next save. So yeah, I don't know, but I've been chipping away at Sandrock. I'm not gonna lie, I've got to this point now in it where it's like they're not feeding me main missions fast enough. Where it's like now I'm just at this point. It seems like they're trying to drag the game out almost. Where it's like, well, now you planted that, now you gotta wait a week, and it's like, okay, well that's not what I want to do. A week in Sandrock, it's usually like 5 or 6 days, but that's like 3 hours of gameplay. That's like 30 minutes. Unless I wanted to sleep, I could do that. I could sleep and sleep and sleep. But like it's a day is around 30 minutes. It's probably 24 minutes. I think an hour is 20. I think an hour is 1 minute if I'm correct. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm kind of like, okay, let's go. I mean, let's get to. I've been playing this game for a while, so I'll be ready to probably hop off when Core Keeper comes out, so I can play that and see what that's about. But right now, I'm just there.
That's quite a positive thing to say about it, though. Like you have put 3 days real time into my time, which is quite a lot.
Yeah,
72 hours is a lot of time to put into a game.
Yeah.
It's not quite Animal Crossing time that we put in, but
it's not quite an Animal Crossing world. No, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
like real world while Animal Crossing was out. So yeah, but I've been playing. I've had fun watching my kiddos play Splatoon. I don't know how that happened, but all of a sudden they got into Splatoon together, and they're loving it. They play on their Switches and chat back and forth, and
just a game I never got into.
Yeah, I know. I like it, and then I kind of fall out of it. Oh, Tim brings up SteamWorld Heist 2. So I don't think I ever played SteamWorld Heist, Tim. I played SteamWorld Dig, and I loved that game. I beat that one, but I don't know that I played SteamWorld Heist. Is that the turn-based one?
I'm going to pass on that one.
Pass like
I'm not.
Yeah. That's why I haven't played it. Yeah, it's a turn-based one. Yeah, nah. I'm probably out on the SteamWorld Heist. So I thought that was why I was like, nah, I'm just gonna pass on it. But
see, turn-based, it all depends because like I can quite happily play Mario Rabbids.
Yeah.
Because that's just a strategic turn-based. But if it's like Final Fantasy style turn-based, I struggle quite massively with that. That's probably why I haven't played the new Mario RPG, because of it's closer to Final Fantasy style turn-based.
Tim says it's strategery. I mean, I did get into Advanced Wars. I played the living junk out of that game, out of those games. But I don't really know why that was so. I enjoyed that so much. I think Noah helped me with that, like made me have more fun with that because he was like right there, and he'd be like, "Use the sub, Dad. Use the sub. Don't move that, Dad. Don't move that. There's the bomber over there." So it was fun to. He was like my second set of eyes. So I don't know, but so they're playing Splatoon. I'm still playing Sandrock, and together we play Overcooked. So all three of us, Overcooked and Boomerang Fu, which, man, if you guys don't know what Boomerang Fu is, I don't know if it's out on Xbox. I don't know if that's a Xbox, if it's Switch only. We have it on the Switch. Gosh, that game every time I'm like, I'm probably done with this, then the kids are like, Dad, there's a hide and seek mode now. Super fun. So we play the hide and seek mode too of that. So search that up. It's a really fun top-down local couch co-op-y game.
I'm super excited for the new Mario Party game when that comes. Obviously, Zelda. I think that's my next. Zelda is probably my next game to be playing. So the Xbox might take a bit of a backseat while I kind of finish that off. But in history, it usually takes me about a week to finish a Zelda game. So it won't be for long.
Yep, I am very excited. I'm kind of thinking I might show Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild. What's the
Link's Awakening?
Yeah, no. He's already played that. I don't think he ever beat it, but he played it. Noah played that. What's the other Breath of the Wild game? Not Breath of the Wild.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. I was thinking I might show Noah Tears of the Kingdom, and see if he would be interested in playing that with me. So, but we'll see. So that got nixed with the wife.
I kind of guided Emily to Link's Awakening, just so then she could see the style of gameplay for the new Zelda game. And then I showed her the trailer for the new Zelda game. And she was like, oh, I get to be Princess Zelda. And I was like, yeah, I'm excited for this too. So
okay, I know this is not like a Nintendo podcast, but shouldn't it be called the Link game? I mean, you play as Princess Zelda. When you play as Zelda, it's Zelda when you play as Link. It should be the Link game when you play as Zelda. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Something
I don't know. I like the spin that they've given on this. So
I do too. I'm just kidding. All right, that's all I got. We're going into Game Pass headlines.
Yeah, let's talk about the games that came out this week and what's coming out next week.
That's right. It's the Game Pass headlines. There is one game that came out this week, and it is Atlas Fallen. And I have stuff on it, and I'm about to read that stuff in just a second, and it's out everywhere, but only on Xbox Series X and S. Came out August 22nd. That's today, by the way, guys. So, I mean, if you're watching, if you're listening, it's probably not. Unleash the storm in this open-world action RPG adventure enriched by the recently released major free update Reign of Sand. Enjoy new voice acting, a reworked campaign, and face even more formidable creatures armed with new Essence Stones. Challenge the gods with the long-awaited New Game Plus mode. New Game Plus difficulty mode. I got there. So, that's exciting.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say. I haven't got to play it at all. It does sound pretty cool, but I'm probably not gonna get to it.
No, you're probably going to get to this next one, which is what I'm going to talk about, which is coming out next week. This is Car Keeper. Nick's mentioned it 2 or 3 times so far this podcast, so that's how you know he's excited for it, because it's been mentioned more than once. This will come out of cloud, PC, and Xbox Series X and S only. It's going to come out August 27th. And as I have read this blurb before I'm now going to read it, I was like, I'm also interested in this game. So, dive into Car Keeper, an underground adventure where you shape your journey, craft, build, and explore in a dynamic world. Develop your character, uncover ancient secrets, and engage in the thrilling co-op, which is the bit that got me excited, or competitive play. Embrace the challenge and unearth the mysteries that await. My thoughts on this are that if I can take because I am going to take a controller and my iPad, if I can have a play at this and get a grasp of the idea of the game while I'm on holiday, if I get time and internet, that I might suggest that we kind of set up a time to chill and play this together as co-op and see how fun that is. So we can talk about it.
I like it. I like that idea, sir. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I am super excited for this game. When I read the little blurb, I was like, this could be right up my alley. So we'll see.
Yeah,
never know.
And it's perfect that it's fallen at a point where your time at Sandrock, is kind of slowly dwindling its way, because it's becoming a bit too much of a grind to play by the sounds of things. So.
Did you see down in DLC that there's Vampire Survivors? There's a new DLC for Vampire Survivors. I don't know.
I did not.
I don't know how many people are still in that, but with this update, Vampire Survivors are getting Darkanas, like Arcanas, but dark. Literally, I didn't make this up. That's literally how it reads. There's 5 to unlock, and just like Arcanas, though these modifiers can change the outcome of your run significantly. This update also includes Room 1665, a new stage made of 16 rooms that will challenge players to fight their way through all the floors of this devilish room. Huh. I just think it's interesting. That game had like its hot moment that kind of broke out of just the like gamer sphere and got into the wild a little bit, where you were reading about it in Business Insider and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it hit mobile as well and did well there. So
yep. So good on them.
And then I just want to touch on this because there isn't really many other games to talk about.
Nope.
But Star Trucker is coming on September 3rd, which I know is a little bit longer than a week away. But I'm not going to be here next week to talk about it, and I'm actually excited to play this. So
yeah, it does.
This is available day one on Game Pass. It's coming to cloud, console, and PC. But you get to hop into the driver's seat of a rocket-powered big rig and haul your cargo, scavenge for salvage, and interact with an electric cast of star-hopping truckers in this American-infused journey of ultimate open road and space.
Yeah, I think it sounds cool.
Yeah, I think there was a film once called Space Truckers, which I found absolutely hilarious as a kid. I probably shouldn't have watched it as a kid, given the content of it, but I found it hilarious. And just like the video of this just totally reminded me of that movie. And I was like, I want to play this. I want to play this and see if it hits that, like, brings back the memories of the film that I watched. So, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but if you're Game Pass Core and you're like, what do I have going on? Which, wait, why is their Game Pass Core stuff still coming out? So they're still giving stuff to it, even though you can't buy it anymore.
No, you can get Game Pass Core. It was console you couldn't. You now can.
Yeah.
Console got changed to standard.
So. No, left me. I can't keep up. All right. So, anyways, my bad. I had a moment. So you have City Skylines, and Control Ultimate Edition, and SnowRunner, which is Sean's favorite game, coming out on Game Pass Core. I take that back. If I remember correctly, Sean, you rage quit SnowRunner. Is that correct?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
City Skylines, great game to have on car. Yeah. Control Ultimate Edition, that is a very fun game to play. And SnowRunner, yes, it made me rage quit. But if you have this absolute desire to play a logistics style game where you have to plan, travel, drive trucks and stuff like that through really horrific snowy mountains, and you have to plan how the drive's going to go for like what tires and gear you need to take, then yeah, this game's for you. Wasn't for me.
If you hate your life
and difficult
and would like to still play games, this game is for you. No, I'm just kidding. It's not like that at all. It's just funny.
My brother, who is completely chalk and cheese to me, absolutely adores this game because he's got a feedback steering wheel and stuff like that, and he gets sat in his chair and he just like he'll happily play this game as a driving sim or a trucking sim, just like Ice Road Trucker style. He loves it. So
he's like got jerky while he's doing it. He's got the whole experience, just like a trucker. He puts on a hat, a trucker hat, and he's like.
Probably wears a hat. I don't know. He might kill me if he ever listens to this, but yeah, he'd probably wear a trucker cap. I'm not sure about the jerky. He's diabetic, but he's pretty good at managing it with diet. But he probably has some kind of snack because that's just the kind of guy he is.
I like it. All right, what's leaving, Sean?
We have an update on games leaving because the last set of games that were leaving was August 16th. So August 31st, we have Atomic Heart, which is quite a sad game to see go. If you're a big fan of things like BioShock and Deathloop, I think, that style gameplay, then Atomic Heart's for you. Very good game to play. Guilty Gear Strive, I have no idea what that game was like, but that's leaving. And NBA 2K24. They are the 3 games that are leaving this August 31st, not 13th.
See you later. See you later, guys. I just start saying it there too.
Yeah. So, but as always, if you want to get hold of Atomic Heart and purchase it and play it, see if you like it, you have the option to purchase it at a 20% discount with your Game Pass sub. Same with Guilty Gear Strive and NBA 2K24. All those games will still have your 20% discount as a Game Pass subscriber up until August 31st.
I like it. Hey, this is I'm just throwing this out at you because we're pretty much to the end here and there are no questions. So I have a question for you, Sean. I was thinking the other day, and we're going to get farther and farther away from the Olympics, so it's not going to be worthwhile anymore. Do you think esports? I was reading something. How I got here is I was reading something about breakdancing and how it won't be in Los Angeles in 4 years.
Why am I not surprised?
But flag football will, along with cricket and lacrosse. Which, to be honest, I can't believe cricket and lacrosse aren't already Olympic sports, but whatever. But flag football, I think, is funny. And I thought, is there ever a day when it's going to go to like someplace? Like, couldn't you see it going to Tokyo and Tokyo being like, esports? We're doing esports in the Olympics because apparently they have some choice. You ever think that would happen?
I think esports should be.
Yeah.
I think it's given how big it has gotten and the following it has now gotten. I think it needs to be understood that there is people at a level in esports which is just absolutely bonkers. Like there is players out there that play the games that are included in esports, like Call of Duty, Fortnite, plus the racing games and things like FIFA and sporting games that are just playing at a level that is beyond a normal gamer. They are like they are the masters of that craft. And if that's it, and that's what the Olympics are for me. The Olympics are a masterclass of people who have spent time and effort learning and crafting and shaping themselves to be a person that can do this the best of the best. So
yeah, I could see it. It would take a lot, and there would be a lot of people that are like, "What? Oh my gosh!" A lot of like mainstream, like don't know anything about esports, barely know what a video game is, right? So there'd be a lot. But I mean, it was the same thing with breakdancing too, and it was like, I'm sorry, wait, what? Breakdancing? Which, by the way, I watched breakdancing. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I can't believe that Flatland BMX isn't an Olympic sport. The X Games that's currently ongoing at the moment, I watched a lot of the flatlanding BMXing, and those guys are amazing. At one point I was in absolute awe at how fast this guy was spinning, and he was standing on the front wheel of a BMX with one foot, not holding on to the bike with his hands, and the bike was upside down, and he's standing on the front wheel. I was like,
so what is what are they doing here? I mean, they're upside down on a bike, but I like are they racing? Are they trying to do stunts?
No.
What are they doing?
So if you imagine like a square gymnastics mat where they do the freestyle gymnastics.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they're on a BMX and they set off and they're on the pedals and they get I think they get a minute each or a minute and a half each. As soon as their feet come off the pedals and onto the pegs of the front or the rear or onto the handlebars. So as long as their feet are on the pegs.
Sure.
And then they'll be just riding around in a circle, and then they'll stand on the front pegs and bring the back wheel up, and they'll hold onto the back wheel with their hands, and then they spin it round. So the seat's the opposite way around, and the bike's upside down, but they're still rolling around.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll pirouette and they'll jump and they'll spin and they'll spin the bike in the opposite. It's just apps. I'll send you some videos.
Okay, so it's basically tricks without any kind of ramping or anything like that. It has to all be flat land. I get it. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. So it's like freestyle gymnastics, but on a BMX.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
That's the best I could describe it.
Because Peacock always gets us for a month, which by the way, I got to cancel that. Because we like to watch, we don't want to just watch the nightly, I call it the smattering of what I guess they think Americans would be interested in. That's the only stuff you get if you watch that. But if you do the Peacock thing, then you can pick and choose the sports that you don't see a lot. My wife actually got really into rhythmic gymnastics, which that stuff is crazy. It's just these girls throwing this ball and hoop and ribbon in the air blindly, and then somehow somebody it looks like 30 feet on the other side of the mat just catches it. I don't even know how it's possible. No idea. But it's really cool. But we watched the other BMX, where they're racing around a circle and there's hills, and that was very interesting. So I don't know if that was called BMX or not. I can't remember, but whatever that was called. So anyways, that was my question for you. I agree. I think esports could use to be in the Olympics at some point, and I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in the next... Oh, you got to wonder, is it a winter or a summer sport? A winter or a summer sport?
What's that?
Esports.
I'd put it in the winter because then you'd be inside. It's one to...
That's fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyways.
Oh.
There you go.
Very quick question for you, because this is brings me into the next part of what's coming and what's happening next. Is what's the show going to look like next week?
I don't know. You just have to tune in and find out. I have no idea. It could just be me and I could be sitting here eating pizza and being like, well, today what happened was, I don't know. I have no idea. I wish I was joking, but I don't. So we'll come up with something.
When does Star Wars Outlaws come out?
Oh, that's a good question. Man, I haven't streamed a game in 1,000 years. That's an accurate number. Probably not. But I mean, yeah, I don't. It comes out on the 27th, right? I'm pretty sure. Now you're going to make me look it up, Sean.
I'm doing it now.
Oh,
I'm doing it right now.
I'm pretty sure it's 27th because I thought it was the exact day as Core Keeper.
30. I mean, we might have to talk to a friend of ours, see if he's available. Because that would be an awesome person to have on and talk about the game release if he could.
When is it? When is it coming out?
30th of August.
The 30th of August. Oh hell, we need to do that. Let's do that. But I mean, that's not next week. We'll do that the week after. So will you be there that week? The 2nd through the 6th.
Second through to.
Just hang out, guys. We're having a whole meeting here. It's great fun. Don't worry, you're doing great. Keep it up.
I just want people to know. So next week is probably going to be chilling with just Nick, or he eats pizza and plays games, which it sounds pretty awesome. I'll tune in if I can. And then hopefully the week after that we will try and hit out our boy Bruce.
Yeah,
see if he wants to join us. He can.
Let's do that.
Talk to us about Outlaws, his thoughts on it, and he'll probably have a better spin on it being a Star Wars fan than we will.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, listen, it was fun with that lightsaber-y thing, dealio, and I got to shoot that laser gun. That was a phaser thing was fun. That would be me.
Yeah, and he'll push his podcast, and but it's nice to have him on because I love Bruce. He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. All right, Sean, take us out.
Yeah, that wraps up this week's episode of Game Pass Tracker Show. Don't forget you can follow us on X individually. I am Sean _Abbott, and my good friend, I can never remember which side you're on to me, but the guy that's sat next to me right now, this awesome guy, Nick, is at Nintendo, which is 10DOH. And our main channel, where everything happens, you get all the news, the drops, all the stuff, the surprises, everything like that, is GPT Gaming News. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or you just want to share your thoughts and feelings in high school with us, you can do. You can send us an email at show@gamepasstracker.com. Just want to say a massive thank you for all of you people that have watched. A massive thank you to Smasher that has joined in on the chat on X, and to Tim that also joined in on the chat. Thank you very much. Keep gaming, keep tracking, and until next time, we shall see you later.
See you.